To add a bar chart in NAR, you click the Add Bar icon in the Explore submenu, and an empty bar chart will appear. In the Properties panel on the right, you can start to then change the settings for what's going to actually go into that bar chart. The first setting is the bar dimension, which is going to control what actually draws the bars, what data points get linked to bars. So let's just start with age, which is a good one for this data set. If I set the bar dimension to age, now you'll see that I have a bar for every age in the data set. And I can change the sort order of that if I wanted to sort it the opposite direction, like descending instead of ascending. I can also change how many bars it tries to fit into the window. So if I want to sort of collapse that and see more information in a denser way, then I could do that. Or if I want to expand it, maybe if I have labels that need more room, then I could do that and kind of give it more room. And so in this way, I can kind of manipulate and get my chart into a view that I think has a nice density for what I'm trying to look at. Now, below is the measure, and the measure is what controls the actual, height of the bars. So by default, the formula is just set to count of 1, which is the equivalent of like a record count. But maybe we want to do sort of a count of the metals to see what's going on there. So I'll put in count metal, which in this data set is going to be basically the same as a record count, since that's the granularity. And I can give it a little title like, here's my metal count. So that'll control what's going on with the actual height of the bars. I can also change sort of the formatting of that axis. So if I want to put some commas in there to make it look a little bit nicer, change the precision, or if you want to do it in like SI units or something like that, you could do that as well. Now there's another option for the bar chart, which is to do groupings. So if you want to create a group chart and not just sort of a single bar, you could add another dimension in here. Like I could add sex to break this into groups. And actually, I have this backwards. I think I want to do age as the grouping and probably sex as the bar dimension. And I get something that looks like that. Now, every chart in NAR, or most charts in NAR, have gridding capabilities. And so with gridding capabilities, you're able to break any chart out into multiple charts via a dimension controlling the rows or a field controlling the columns, or both. So let's take this, for example, this chart where I have just simply age versus metal count. Maybe I want to break that out into multiple plots by sex. So I can apply that to my row dimension field here. And what I'll get, if I expand this, you'll see, is multiple charts. I have both sexes in here, as well as some empty values in my data set. And I can sort of compare very easily sort of male versus female demographics here, kind of distribution across the age range. Similarly, I could add a column. So if I want to break this out, let's say by season, I could put season into the column. And now I have these sort of 4 charts here. Well, 6 charts if you count the empty data we have in our data set. And I can start to explore like the various, various age demographics here. I could kind of shrink this chart up to get more information, etc. So very easy in NAR to sort of create plot of plots. And again, all of these respond to the context. So I could come in here and do things like, make this just for the USA. And maybe I want to know what this is like for, you could put in lenses here to do some more complex analyses at a lower level inside your chart.